Let me start the presentation for the climate change, specifically global warming. That what is this concept of the what are the concept of climate change and the global warming step towards green earth. So this presentation is for specifically is for the graduate students who are studying in masters or PhD because several students ask me that professor either write book or give us some notes for this one and that one. So for that case, I'm making this one so that they can listen this and they can uh, get the benefit that what is the concept they can understand easily rather than searching several books and all these things. So based on of my knowledge, I'm presenting this one. Hope that will be helpful for the students. So I'm being the faculty of Industrial Engineering at University, uh, presenting this one, and the point of view is here to help the graduate students specifically. So for that presentation, we are trying to implement that means where the SDG uh, and for this presentation we are going with the SDG 13 specifically, Sustainable Development Goal, and I will go for the introduction of the SDG 13 in part 1 of the presentation. Part 2 of the presentation will go for the climate change. Within that, there is one part is emission reduction. So that will be the part 2 of the presentation. And finally, there are the two, three parts like waste reduction and concerned all discussions and concerned the references. So basically, if you are checking the climate change, then the three different types of communication you have to understand. One is that the what is that concept exactly? Number one, number two, how the climate change is going on, and then you have to go for the emission reduction or waste reduction. So let me go ahead with this one by one. That I'm starting with the SDG 13. There is another story behind 13. Preference of this one is that's my birthday. So I generally prefer 13. So, however, this is funny. So SDG 13 is specifically the goal of 17 goals provided by the SDG, that means Sustainable Development Goals established by UN, United Nations. And this 13 means that SDG 13 specifically focuses on mm, climate action. Now, the concern is that this action, that means climate action, we are trying to take care about this, that how it will change, how, what does it impact, and all these things. So, all these things, we will check it, that what's the procedure and what are the things that the global warming is going on. So here we am putting several animations, pictures, okay, from different websites. So I put that uh, reference also because this is not my own directly. That these are the glaciers that it is melting, and this is the temperature of the land here. There is the snow cover. There are the tree lines. There is the spring coming earlier because of the global warming. This is the sea level, sometime going down, going up. So these are the things, are the different indicators of the global warming. So there are 5 targets for the stage 30. Now, what are the targets? Uh, Increase and strengthen resilience and adaptive capacity to climate-related hazard and natural disasters. The first task is this one. This is the first target for that one. The second target is that make national strategies and policies for climate change measures. For each national, for each country, there are separate type of strategy and separate type of policy. So that's why each country has to make different types of strategies. However, there should be some common policies also. Number three, improve education and awareness on climate change mitigation and impact reduction. So if the people of the country they know about this one, then it will be easy to cover the climate change immediately. Means it can save the country immediately. Number four, implement the commitment to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, by developed countries to help developing countries. So that implementation should be done. Number five, that we should promote the mechanism for capacity increment in the least developed countries and small island to climate change measures. So these are the five targets of the SDG 13. It has to be solved to save the environment such that global warming can be controlled. Finally, if you go for the more specifically the explanation, then finally SDG 13 emphasizes the importance of number one, reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Number two, transitioning the renewable energy sources. Number three, promoting sustainable agriculture and forestry practices. Number four, enhancing climate resilience in vulnerable communities and raising awareness about climate change and its impacts. So these are the important part where we can go through the matter of SDG 13. And this is the effect of climate change. This picture is also taken from the website. Of course, the reference is given in the next slide. So every moment it is changing. So that value also will be changed because like here, different types of values, the decrease of this one temperature already increase somewhere. This one temperature is becoming hot. So all these temperatures are every moment this is changing. So every moment this climate change, you can get the update results from there. So finally, these are the important part that climate change can be mitigated in several ways, such as these first three R's. What is these three R's? This is number one is the reduce. That means whenever, suppose we are buying something, buy some food. So do you think so that whatever the food we will buy, we consume all most of the time there are some extra. So that's why rather than buying more, it is possible that you have more money, but rather than buying more, if you can reduce little bit, it's not that you have to reduce huge. So that's the one concern that whatever the things you need, you please buy. But whatever the things you do not need, you have money, so please do not buy. This is something different. And the second point is the try to reuse it. What is this reuse? That like a shard clothes. We are just saying something that the clothes are there. That what type of clothes are there? That suppose you are using a long time and then you're thinking, no, I should not use it because I have more money. I can buy again another. Why should I use the same shirts or same pants repeatedly? So that you can reuse again. So you can change. You do not want to use that shard, but that shard You can cut into different pieces and then you can use it for other purpose. So suppose the cleaning of your car, that is possible. So like that, the reuse of the shirt can be done easily. So this way that you can reuse it. Similarly, recycling matter that uh, for the production cases, recycle is a big measure. Means that if as much as possible the recycling is going on, so then there will be a chance that the returnable product can return back to the manufacturer. As a result, the production cost means per unit production cost, that has to be reduced. As a result, the consumer, the customer, the customer, that we are getting the benefit. So that is the main concern there. Now the next point is the remanufacturing. Remanufacturing is that during the productions there are uh, some defective items can produce because of machine problems. Uh, Maybe suddenly machine become overheated and then it start to produce defective items. So uh, this way the defective items can produce. Also, some labors are not working properly, so they do not take care the machine proper way. As a result, the production is either going up or going down, the production quantity. As a result, if that the production machine doesn't have the capacity to produce more items and it is producing, as a result, it will go out of control state. And if the machine moves to out of control state, it continuously produce the defective items. So that's why immediately the production system should try to convert into in control system such that it will produce the perfect items. So those items, what it is produced, it is impossible to sell immediately. What the things are going on? So those things are going by, are making by remanufacturing way. So for remanufacturing, two types of possibilities are there. One is that if you go for remanufacturing, then uh, after remanufacturing, the products can become exactly like the new one. It is possible. Similarly, the remanufacturing cannot be possible to transfer into the original way. As a result, that which products cannot be transferred in exactly like the new product, those products are sold in the secondary market with some reduced price. So this is the concept regarding the remanufacturing. Wherever next the waste reduction. So we know waste. What type of waste is that? Several types of waste options are there. Okay, you can say food waste, solid waste, you can say liquid waste, you can say nuclear waste, you can say e-waste. So many waste are there. Target is that whatever be the waste, how to reduce it. If you can reduce it, so then you can make some better result. Better result in what sense? Then you can control the climate change. You can save the global warming matter. That means you can control the global warming also. Okay, so you can save the environment. You can save your earth. So that's why the waste reduction is one of the biggest approach for saving the earth. Next, the circular economy, one of the biggest one. Um, I will explain that paper. We have a research paper on circular economy. So one graduate student published with me and other professors. So basically, this circular economy I learned during a conference in Taiwan, and one of the famous professor mm, started that conference for industry 3.5. It's not 3, it's not 4, it's 3.5. And there I learned the circular economy from a senior professor. I will explain the next part, that who is he and all that. After coming back from there, that one graduate student joined, and then I introduce him all these things, making mathematically how the circular economy can be solved. Means that circular economy model. So three things we can take: that make, use, and then return. So all these three things we combine in a matter of supply chain, which is my main major that I'm working, supply chain management. So that area we are trying to implement that how circular economy can be modeled within the form of supply chain management. And that paper was published in Journal of Cleaner Production. However, in the next part, I guess I will explain all these things. Now go for the next one. So next is the emission reduction. Uh, the main task for emission reduction is that there are so many industries, and from there, huge amount of carbon emissions are going on. And there is not only this industry issues. There are several places, several matters. Even we emit carbon also. Okay, so this emission is the issue, that huge amount of carbon emissions are there, and we are trying to reduce it. The question is that there are so many gases. Why do we bother only for carbon? Because for other gases, it can be recoverable. But for carbon dioxide matter, it is very difficult to manage. That's why almost all researchers are bothering about that the emission reduction regarding um, em- carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and all these things. So finally, if we go for climate change, we can do by two ways specifically. One is the emission reduction, and the second one is the waste reduction. So this is the part one complete, and then the next part will be the emission reduction. I will explain again in the next video.